Please be seated, ladies and gentlemen. To give the welcome remarks and report on the FFCCCII's accomplishment, please welcome the President of the Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry, Inc., Dr. Henry Lim Bonyong.
His Excellency, President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr., Honorable Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, the former President and the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, distinguished guests from the government, diplomatic corps, business sector, my friends from fellow officers of the Philippine Coast Guard and Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary, our delegates to our 33rd Biennial Convention, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good afternoon to everybody. It is my great pleasure and honor to welcome all of you to the opening ceremony of the 33rd Biennial Convention of the Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chamber of Commerce. Our special welcome to our guest of honor and keynote speaker, His Excellency President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., for his gracious presence on this occasion. Your Excellency, participating here in this convention are more than 800 outstanding business leaders of the Filipino-Chinese community nationwide. They represent all the regions of our country and all the sectors of our economic. So in the next 3 days, we will report and account the projects and activities we have done in the past 4 years. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, our Federation decided to postpone the convention last 2021 to this year. When we talk about the pandemic, we recall how all of us struggled to cope with the health challenge and adjust to the new normal. But with our combined efforts and our resilience, we all did our best to overcome it, and I wish to thank all of our officers and members for the support you have provided to our Federation throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. Even as we were faced with business difficulties and uncertainties, together we revitalized the Federation as a strong organization in the service of our country and the Filipino people. To help our countrymen cope with the pandemic, the Federation was a lead organization together with 10 Filipino-Chinese civic organizations. And the Federation and I, as the President, became the chief convener of the Filipino-Chinese Community Calamity Fund, which raised and donated more than 300 million pesos worth of relief supplies like medical goods such as face masks, ventilators, and the like to hundreds of around 300 hospitals nationwide. During the same period, the Filipino-Chinese Community Calamity Fund also launched several relief operations to aid the victims of earthquakes, volcano eruptions, and typhoons that causes us massive devastations. When we were faced with problems in global vaccine supplies, our Federation helped in facilitating the government to procure 20 million doses of COVID-19 at a reasonable price when then vaccine czar, Secretary Galvez Jr. requested our assistance. Our Federation also supported the government COVID-19 vaccination program through our Federation Operation Bakuna, where we ourselves bought and acquired 500,000 doses of Sinovac vaccines as we roll out the vaccinations to our economic frontliners and our employees nationwide in cooperation with our LGUs and regional health offices. Even amidst the challenges of the pandemic, we continue to give top priority to our flagship program, Operation Barrio Schools, and we had to temporarily hold the school building constructions during the pandemic, but Last year, we fully resumed once more, and currently we are constructing over 480 school buildings nationwide. Since Operation Barrio School started in 1961, we have donated more than 6,074 units of 2 classrooms building, or equivalent to more than 12,000 classrooms that have been built nationwide from Batanes to Tawi-Tawi. Every day, millions of students has been attending classrooms being built by the Federation. We understand there's still a big backlog of classrooms here in the Philippines, and the Federation we're likely to fill up some of the gaps. Likewise, despite the temporary cancellation of our public medical missions due to the pandemic, we continued with our medicine and vaccination donations and vitamin donations to help our fellow Filipinos fight COVID-19. From 2019 up to the present, conducted more than 250 medical missions and free medical medicines to more than hundreds of thousands of Filipinos. Then, with fewer activities on site, during the pandemic, we also completed the renovations and beautification and upgrade of the Federation's building, our conference areas, and other facilities, and we would like to invite the President to grace our Federation building once more. And then, when the Filipino fishing vessel accidentally collided with a Chinese fishing boat in 2019, we offered our sincere assistance and support to the 22 Filipino fishermen for the immediate rehabilitation of the damaged fishing boat. We provided them even with daily allowances while the boat was being repaired, and I personally donated 2 trucks of Doña Maria rice to the fishermen and their families. And then we also donated 3 units of school buildings to the public school in the town in San Jose Occidental, Mindoro. This we unilaterally undertook upon ourselves with the objective of preserving the good relations between the Philippines and China. Our Federation and the Filipino-Chinese community is in the forefront of promoting Philippine-China relations. Rest assured, Mr. President, that you can count on our federations as your partner to further strengthen our relations. We are Chinese by heritage, but we are Filipinos by heart, and we are committed to sustainable and inclusive Philippine economic growth and social progress. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, apart from the review of past activities, the delegates of this convention will also focus on the theme, Unity for Development and Prosperity. By adopting this theme, we will discuss how we can further support Your Excellency's call for unity to build a brighter future for our families, our children, and our country. We give our full support to the government effort to further promote trade and investment, peace and order, agriculture, and other growth sectors. Again, thank you also, Mr. President, for meeting with us and the farmers to discuss about agriculture a few weeks ago. And of course, as I'm the President of the Federation, we have publicly also discussed economic growth projections, which became accurate in various press conferences. These discussions not only raised the prestige of the public profile of the Federation and our Filipino-Chinese community, our analysis and generally optimistic forecasts had boosted business confidence in the Philippines economy and the morale of Filipino-Chinese entrepreneurs nationwide. When last year, our government forecast a 6 to 7% increase in GDP, but the Federation we forecast a 6.5 to 7.5% in GDP growth, and we're happy that we're closer to the actual growth because at the end of the year, last year we actually achieved 7.6% GDP growth. So today, as others are very pessimistic about our country's economy, and they are even saying that we may drop to 5 to 6% growth, but let me again today announce that our Philippine economic forecast for 2023, which I believe shall still be a robust 6 to 7% this year, especially if all of us Filipino-Chinese entrepreneurs, and all sectors of Philippine society follow the theme of the Federation Biennial National Convention, Unity for Development and Prosperity, and let us unite, work hard, and be resourceful. We are indeed glad to witness the Philippines' strong and positive post-pandemic growth, and we reiterate our support to you, Mr. President. We are confident that with your leadership and the continuing support of our Federation, development and prosperity will be fully achieved across the countries, and hopefully with your full support also on agriculture, I think we will leave a good legacy for us to be self-sufficient in rice before the end of your term. And so once again, my warmest welcome to all of you. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas, mabuhay ang Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr., and thank you very much and have a pleasant day ahead of us. Thank you. Maraming salamat ho.
Thank you, Dr. Henry Limbonyong, our President. You know, opening ceremony is being hosted by the BDO, SM Investment Corporation, and China Bank. And let us give them a warm round of applause to show our appreciation. May I now call on Mr. Jose Tisio, the Chairman of the Board of SM Investment Corporation, to deliver a speech.
Your Excellency, Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr., Vice President, or former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, officers and members of the Filipino-Chinese Chamber of Commerce, guests, my friends, it is an opportune time for us to meet and discuss today of the various challenges that are facing us. It is said that the next transformation of the world will come in the next decade, in the next 10 years. It will change the way we do business, and in fact, it will change the way we live. These changes will be brought by the impact of artificial intelligence, what they call AI, the advance of the new technologies, and the ongoing geopolitical changes. It is imperative, therefore, that we should unite for our development, for our progress, and for the prosperity of the Philippines. Today, the SM Group welcomes you to this wonderful place, the Mall of Asia, one of the biggest malls in the world, and a pride to the Philippines. Right now, you have 26 towers and building structure interconnected by bridges. You can walk from here up to the building, Ecom building, commercial building up there. We also wish the Federation a successful 33rd biennial convention. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Josesio. Now may I call on the Honorable Secretary Jaime Bautista of the Department of Transportation to introduce our guest of honor and keynote speaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Thank you very much, Secretary Jimmy Bautista. Please take your seats. The Excellencies of the Diplomatic Corps who are with us today, DITC Secretary Ivan Uy, National Housing Authority General Manager Joben Tai, the Philippine Coast Guard Commandant Admiral Artemio Abu. He is taking, I am surprised to see him here at busy siya doon sa mga problema natin sa oil spill. But as I understand from our foreign experts, mukhang maganda naman ang ating ginagawa. We are doing everything that is possible to do. So I'm glad that nakapagpahinga ka ng konti, Admiral. Pasay City Mayor, our proverbial reception committee, Pasay City Mayor Imelda Calixto Rubiano, Dr. Henry Lim Bonlong, the President of the Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Josesio, Chairman of the Board, SM Investments Corporation, fellow workers in government, partners from the private sector, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant afternoon to you all. The Philippines' history and its economy are built upon the foundations of diversity, diligence, and cooperation. Indeed, our nation has been shaped by various cultures throughout the centuries, each contributing to the collective identity and culture that we have today. Thus, it is only fitting that we acknowledge one of our long-standing partners, the Filipino-Chinese communities, in the steadfast development of the Philippine economy. I recognize the officers and members of the Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry for their continued and active participation in various government efforts to promote business growth and the social welfare of our people. This comes at a crucial time when the Philippines is set to propel its economic growth in the post-pandemic world. Since your inception in 1954, the Federation has become certainly a catalyst for growth. And that is why we have very early on in this administration identified the private sector and the different communities within the private sector as our partners in our transformation of our economy and of our society. I will embarrass her now, and I will just greet the entrance of the First Lady Lisa Araneta Marcos. You have also not failed to reach out to many communities with your initiatives, particularly the Operation Barrio Schools, Operation Bakuna. We deeply appreciate your assistance in conducting medical missions and typhoon and earthquake relief operations. As you conduct your biennial convention today, may you reaffirm your commitment to support government in accelerating the country's development efforts. It is a joy to know that your theme coincides with my call for unity, which is, in my view, an essential part of our journey towards development and prosperity that will be enjoyed by all. Your participation during my recent presidential visit to China was most useful and highly appreciated. I'm happy to report that that trip paved the way for the signing of various agreements to improve bilateral trade and investment cooperation between our two countries. These include, amongst others, the Memorandum of Understanding between the Philippines Department of Trade and Industry and the Ministry of Commerce of the People's Republic of China on electronic commerce cooperation. Also worth mentioning is the protocol of phytosanitary requirements for export of durian from the Philippines to China, signed between the Philippines Department of Agriculture and the General Administration of Customs of the People's Republic of China. I am pleased to share that as of February 2023, the BOI, the Board of Investments, is monitoring 90 active investment leads from Chinese companies engaged in manufacturing, information technology, business processes management, and renewable energy. May you all take hold of and maximize these prospects as you venture into your next endeavors for the benefit of our people and for our communities. Rest assured that the issues raised by the Federation during your courtesy call with me last September are being actively addressed by government. To promote more investments in the energy sector, as well as to ensure that there is sufficient power supply and to lower electricity costs, we have amended the implementing rules and regulations of the Renewable Energy Act, which removed foreign ownership restrictions for certain renewable energy generation projects in the Philippines. Also, as part of the efforts to further streamline the business permit and licensing processes, we issued an executive order constituting green lanes for strategic investments. The green lanes are to assign a specific desk in every department so that they will attend to the documentary, legal, bureaucratic requirements of any potential investor, without themselves having to go to every office to gain the signatures of however many are necessary for the project that they are doing. We turned it around and we will assign. For every particular project, there will be assigned to that project someone from the attendant department, be it the ITC, be it Bureau of Transport, be it Department of Finance, whatever it is, that they will attend to the needs of that potential investor. So, para ganun, yung mga investor natin, imbis na hinahabol ang mga signature at nakatagal-tagal, ay isa na lang ang kausap nila. At kapag may problema sila, sila ang mamamahala para mabilis ang takbo ng pag-process ng mga application, ng mga lisensya, ng mga accreditation ng ating potential investors. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just one of the exciting opportunities that prove that our relationship remains enduring and thriving in this highly globalized world. As President, it is my duty to create an enabling environment for business and make the Philippines a preferred investment destination for everyone. In return, I only ask that you continue to do what you do best, to remain industrious, innovative, and compassionate in improving the lives of our people through your business initiatives. Thus, I have every confidence that once again, we will bounce back stronger than ever. I am very sure that we will smoothly ride the changing tides of the global economy that we are presently in. I need to look no further than the determined and diligent individuals of the Filipino-Chinese community who are with us today. Let us come together with one goal in mind. Nothing will keep us from rising to the very top. Thank you very much. Mabuhay kayong lahat at magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. For our photo opportunity, may I now call on our Executive Vice President, Treasurer, and an Auditor to please come up the stage.
Thank you very much. That concludes our program. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos, Jr.
Once again, we would like to thank His Excellency Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr. for gracing the opening ceremony of our 33rd Biennial Convention. Mabuhay ang ating mahal na Pangulo! May we request everyone to please take your seat. We will now be serving lunch. Once again, would like to thank our sponsor, the BDO, the SM Investment Corporation, and the China Bank. Thank you and good afternoon.